And going live in 3, 2, 1. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the stream. Tonight we are back working on Giftex, my Secret Santa gift exchange application, to be ready in time for the holidays. Before we get going, I just tweeted something out, kind of asking for advice on how to get more people as a live audience when I stream. And Jason Langsdorff was one of the guys I tagged. He is developer relations at Gatsby, and he had a really good response. Stay consistent, obviously. Although I'm not on a schedule, I am fairly consistent, at least once a week, something like that. But, I try to hit 2, 3, 4 times a week. Tag the companies whose stuff you're using when you go live. Now, that's great advice, because if I'm using, let's say, Zeitz now and Next, and I go live, if I @ them, they might actually hop in and join my stream. So this is awesome advice. For some reason, I always use hashtags instead of ats. I really need to figure out the difference in discoverability. But he makes a good point. At the companies that you're using. Share your recordings when they'll help answer someone's questions. This is an interesting point because a lot of my recordings are, one, long, like hour plus, because they're just working sessions. And two, they're kind of all over the map. Because they're so long, I tend to touch a lot of different things, work on a lot of different things. What I kind of take out of this suggestion is keep my videos a little bit more focused. So if I said I'm going to accomplish styling this one page, then just do that. Or I'm going to accomplish authentication, then just do that. Because if they're more focused, they are more shareable. They are topic specific and more linkable. So that's also a great piece of advice. So thanks, Jason. I'm going to try to implement some of this stuff and continue to see more growth. So in the meantime, today, what I want to do is start getting more of a user-specific view of this gift exchange application. I do have a login, and once you log in, you can see your groups. But this is actually groups for every group that's been created, every gift exchange group that's been created at all. Oh, this is loading really slow. Let me make sure it's working. What's going on? What's going on? We already got a problem. There we go. So I am logged. Oh, looks like something happened with login, like it broke or something. Okay, there we go. Yeah. So I'm logged in as myself. I'm just slamming the user's name right up here at the top. And this is every group that exists in the database. And obviously this is not good. We only want to see groups that this user is a part of or that this user created. So let's start with that. Modifying our Firebase query to show only groups relevant to this user. So I'm going to head to Firebase docs and start looking at the query options. So popping into the docs, I know there's chainable methods. You could do a .get where something equals something. I've seen it before. So let's look at Cloud Firestore, which is what I'm using. And we'll look at read data. So let's see. We'll do get a document. We want something more interesting here. Source options. No. Custom objects. No. Get multiple documents. Maybe. Yeah, where? Okay, here we go. You can retrieve multiple documents with one request by querying documents in a collection. For example, use where to query all the documents that meet a certain condition, and then use get to retrieve them. Okay, that's cool. Is there like more information here? How about perform simple and compound queries? Okay, this where state equals California. Okay. Where capital equals true. Okay, we're getting somewhere. So this is just your basic, here we go, array contains. That's what I'm talking about. So let's get, and then you do a get on that, right? So you chain it as where and then a dot get. Oh, and you can use multiple. Cool. All right, so let's try this. We want to go to the groups page. Pages, groups. And where's our query? Here we go. See, I just get the collections group. I get groups, the entire collection. So I think we need to chain a dot where on here. And let's look at the structure of our data. Here's our database. And we've got this groups collection. And let's just pick, okay. Let's just pick this one here. And so I think we're gonna have to say where members array contains the email address. So where members array contains also, oh, whoa, what happens here? Look at this, it's auto-filling this for us. Look at the array contains, and then I want what, the user ID. Okay, let's hard code this for now. bradgarropy@gmail.com, okay? So this should now only return the documents, the groups where I am a member. It worked. Let's do this. Let's make me a member of Brad's group. Oh, login's not persisting. So there was no username. Yes, look at that. Okay, so this is working. Now we're successfully getting groups that are only relevant to this specific user. Okay, I take that back. We're hard coding this. So this really needs to be like user.email or something. Let's figure this out. So right now we don't have the user context imported. So let's do that. We're going to use hooks to do this. So the use context hook. Let's import our user context from just context. And then we can say const user context is equal to use context user context. I've been laughing at how funny writing this is. User context, use context, user context. Probably a bad name, but we will take what we can get. So I forgot how I structured this, so I'm just going to log it out. The user context should contain information about the user who is undefined because I'm not logged in. The user is an object that has really one field that we care about, email. User.email. Very cool. So instead of hard code, okay, let's grab it like this. So we'll destructure user context to pick up user. And here we will say user.email. There's a problem. The get groups function makes dependencies of the use effect change on every render. Oh. What about now? Interesting. Okay, how do we resolve this? We need the user context to get user. So we can get that email. Let's read this carefully. The get groups function makes the dependencies of use effect hook change on every render. Move it inside the use effect callback. Alternatively, wrap get groups into its own use callback hook. I've never used a use callback hook. So what did they want us? Wrap the get groups definition into its own use callback hook? Well, let's see. So I'm going to import use callback. Yeah, okay. So which takes two things, a function, which returns a promise, and its dependencies. So something like that. So like this, get groups equals the result of use callback. Did that just work? I don't know. It looks to have worked. All right, can't read property email of undefined. Okay, cool. So let's... This use effect is somehow running first. All right, let's just try to look this up. Like, React use context to use effect. I have no idea if that makes sense. Yeah, okay, so where's the use effect? Literally doesn't even talk about it. Okay. Not that one either. Oh, how to use effect plus context. Yeah, I like that. There we go. Yes, perfect. I want use effect to rerun when context changes. Okay. Context, use effects, do something useful when context changes. Yes, totally. Let's log user context. I think we're getting ahead of ourselves here. Restart this completely. Can't read email of undefined. Yeah, we're getting ahead of ourselves here. Let's slow it down. What do we have in context? Right. I think the whole point of this issue that we're running into is the fact that user is undefined here. Well, of course it is. When we start, nobody's logged in. And people should not be accessing this page if they're not logged in. So I think we need to go back and rethink this and figure out Next.js authenticated pages. What is all this? Writing your own Express server to do this? I don't think that's necessary. We're doing this with Firebase. Maybe there's something on their website. Examples. What do we got? Lots of custom servers. It's running. With a context API, that might help. With Firebase authentication, that's the one. Shows your context API app includes the context provider and how index and about can use the same. Okay, yeah, who cares? Because this should be pretty simple. This is just a context provider. Container. Yeah. Okay, go there. God, this is such an awesome feature of GitHub. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, that's... We don't need that. Okay, and store their auth token in sessions. A logged in user will see their messages on page load. So pages, there's an index. What is this doing? No, then I think we're handling that. We need a different example. We need authenticated pages. Let's see, Next.js, let's redirect if not logged in, something like that. What about not logged in? Next.js route middleware for authentication. How to protect routes. Yeah. Yeah. So what if we did like a redirect? No, because this is still going to run. Yeah, what if the first thing we did was say like, all right, get the user context and then be like, hey, by the way. So we'll set up user. And we do something like, if not user, it's like router.push. Where's the router? Log in, right? So let's just try to go groups. No router instance found. You should only use Next router inside the client side of your app. How to redirect. You should only use it in the client side app. Yeah. Oh, come on. Where are they getting redirect from? Lib redirect. So this is in get initial props. If they're not logged in, redirect. So this is lib redirect. Lib redirect. Yeah. Oh, this sucks. This is difficult. You have to handle client side and server side here. Okay. What's this? Next redirect. I don't think it's necessary. What about the Firebase authentication example? Man, this live stream is really just degrading into me reading documentation. But that is the truth about programming. So I'm going to look at the examples one more time, look at the Firebase authentication. And I really just want to see what happens. Index. Yeah, see, they're not actually like checking anywhere because there's only one page. So this user always goes to index. So there's no actual redirects. Okay. Well, what do we have that's getting initial props? Okay, so here we go. We're going to go ahead and try this out. What's the HTTP status code for 302 versus 303? See other, move permanently, found. Whatever. Okay. Like, can I even use hooks here? Okay, so it's outside the scope of React. So I guess I'll put it inside of here. But I can't use hooks. Oh my God, what the hell? Okay. So let's try this. So if there's not a user and we're on server side, rewrite it to Let's back up here. Go to those examples again, the with Apollo auth. .302 found. Okay. Let's see if this works. So if there's not a user, server side, we redirect with 302 to log in. Client side, we use the router to replace the route. So this might actually work. So we do have a user, we're in groups. Let's refresh. User is undefined. Get initial props doesn't even run. Next.js function component get initial props. Yeah, I don't know how to pass context into it. Looks like people are having the same issue. What's up, West Boss? West Boss says, I'm still not seeing get initial props anywhere. Yeah. Yup. App.js. Yes. Use this provider around that. Yes. Where's user context used? Okay, that's fine and dandy, but this doesn't solve my use case. I mean, I could do this entirely client side, but then I'd be screwed for server side. You see what I'm saying? Like, I could wipe all this out. And this would all be cool. And then I could be like, look. Like right here, I could say like, if not user, return the login component. No, that's even like not gonna work. I have a feeling I'm going to have to start watching Wes Boss's Advanced React course. Because somewhere in here, he will talk about yeah. Permissions. I don't know what that means. Oh my God, that's super loud. Yeah. Okay. This is going to take a lot more research. And I might just drop this video. Because all I did was read docs. I don't know, man. This is like, I thought this was going to be super easy because Firebase made the act of authenticating easy. But now it's like, how do you like protect pages? That's harder. Anyways, back to the drawing board. Guys, thank you for watching me read docs for 50 minutes. And I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.